Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hey, Eric Lima here. That's right. I'm the host on my YouTube channel known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful night. It is July the 6th, 2021, 10:12 p.m. This is my last video for tonight before I get some sleep. And I got to wake up early tomorrow to go to work because there's a lot of stuff going on at the mall, and they want me to make sure that I get it all done before all the craziness happens. So that's what I'm going to do. So before I head to bed, this will be, excuse me, this will be the NXT Event Center recap, but this is the NXT Great American Bash Event Center. And so I did not make any picks and predictions because I know this was an on-TV thing, not a pay-per-view thing. So so here's the deal. We had three major title matches going on and a major matchup. And check this out. So we got to check this out. It kicked off with the NXT Tag Team, the Men's Tag Team Championship was on the line. MSK, that will be Nash Carter and Wes Lee, to defend against the team of Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Why? Now, a lot of people are saying that MSK is being booed. I don't know why they've been booed. They've been well respected ever since me signing on with NXT from Impact Wrestling, as formerly known as the Rascals. But they seem to be holding their own. They tested Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. It was a hard-fought matchup. The match would have gone either way, but the victory goes to MSK after a roll-up, and the champs retain the championships. So I think that's... But MSK, tag team of the future in the WWE. We'll see what happens there. Kyle O'Reilly arrived at the CWC Capital Wrestling Center to prepare for his match against Adam Cole. Baby, that's the main event. So meanwhile, William Regal and Samoa Joe in the ring. They asked for Gargano and Karrion Kross to come out. Gargano came out without Theory and without Hartwell. Hartwell and Ray were preparing for their women's tag team title defense against Io Shirai and Zoe Stark later on in the night. And Austin Theory was told to stay home because Austin Theory's got his brain got cuckoo. So, and then Karrion Kross came without Scarlett, and so the two had a face off after throwing insults at one another. And then all of a sudden, Johnny Gargano decided to use the wife joke, which is really, really savagery on his part. But then that got Karrion Kross all fired up, but then Samoa Joe told him to hold back. So next week, the NXT title will be on the line, Karrion Kross versus Johnny Gargano, but Samoa Joe will be the special guest referee of the matchup, which will be a very interesting situation, to say the least. So after all the insults are thrown, I've got to believe this NXT Championship match will be happening. And Kushida cut a promo on the Diamond Mine after the attack on him by the Diamond by Roderick Strong. Hideki Suzuki didn't do anything with Tyler Rust. And with their manager, Malcolm Bivens, is mostly Roderick Strong that's doing the attacking. He says they'll be ready for them for next week. I think it's going to be a great matchup, to say the least. Then the $1 Million Championship rematch, title on the line, LA Knight defending against Cameron Grimes. And if LA Knight wins the matchup, Cameron Grimes became LA Knight's personal butler. So it started off like a house of fire. Cameron Grimes went after LA Knight, and LA Knight tried to do every trick in the book, but in the end, while the referee was not looking, LA Knight DDT'd Cameron Grimes on top of the $1 Million Championship, hiding the evidence. And despite the fact that Cameron Grimes beat the count, LA Knight hit his move. I think it was a BFT, or the BFT. Then impinning Cameron Grimes, which LA Knight now has a butler in Cameron Grimes. So no to the moon. But, Cameron Grimes could have a master plan set in motion if he agreed to the situation. Maybe. Just maybe. I like to see Cameron Grimes pull little practical jokes on Mr. Knight while he's butlering for him. It'll be very interesting to see what's up. It'll be very, very interesting to say the least. So there's that. So Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. They were upset that they're not in the tag team title match, but because of Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. So it seems like some unfinished business between those two teams as well. And then the NXT Breakout Tournament, which they introduced the 8 superstars, NXT superstars, that will break out the tournament. That will be in part of the tournament. As you know, 2 of the men qualified from the 205 Live this past Friday. That will be Joe Gacy and Andre Chase. You know them already. Trey Baxter and Carmelo Hayes are part of it. Josh Briggs will be part of it, as well as Duke Hudson, Odyssey Jones, and Ikemen Jiro. Duke Hudson, formerly known as Brendan Vink. Now, Odyssey Jones is one of the newcomers. Trey Baxter had a different name, and I forgot. Blake Christian, that's what it was. Carmelo Hayes was known as Christian Casanova in the Indies as well. Josh Briggs, I believe he was part of Tough Enough at one point. So that is a good thing they signed him. The first round next week of the tournament will be Ikemen Jiro taking on Duke Hudson, so it's going to be a heck of a matchup to say the least. Adam Cole was already at the CWC. He was getting ready for Kyle O'Reilly, and O'Reilly's been getting ready for him. The NXT Women's Tag Team Championship was on the line. Zoe Stark and Io Shirai challenging Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, the champions. It was a hard-fought matchup. Zoe Stark and Io Shirai, despite what Io Shirai said to Zoe Stark, they seem to work well as a team. They have respect for each other, and I think Io knows what Zoe Stark knows and understands what Zoe Stark can do, and Zoe Stark knows what Io can do, and they've been working well like clockwork, and so has LeRae and Hartwell. But the matchup came when the whole thing came when the lights went out. The Charger the Charger promo has been having for 3 weeks, 2 or 3, 4 weeks, and then it got 100%, and then arrived was Tegan, the returning Tegan Knox. She was behind the Charger all along. She distracted Candice LeRae. Io Shirai took advantage by dropkicking both Candice and Indy Hartwell, and then she tagged in Zoe Starks. Zoe Stark hit the K360 on Indy Hartwell. 1, 2, 3. We got new women's tag team champions in Zoe Stark and Io Shirai. So Io Shirai has, been doing very well in NXT so far, and it'll only be a matter of time. So, and Zoe Stark's first championship goal, she's got to be over the moon happy about this. But during that commercial break, after Tegan Knox chased Candice LeRae out of the CWC, Indy Hartwell still out like a light after that Zoe Stark's move, and then Dexter Lumis grabs Indy Hartwell, carries her back to the bag. It is so cool. I go, I'm like, aw, I thought that was so cute. So, what a guy, Dexter Lumis, what a guy. Dexter Lumis, what a guy. Carries the lady back to, he's going to take her back to wherever he's from. I'm sure he's going to shower her with gifts of his art, and I'm telling you, Indy Hartwell's got a crush on him. Still, Index still lives. and I'm sure Wade Barrett's going to get me a break, always. And Vic Joseph, Beth Phoenix were behind on this, and it was really cool. It was, so, comes in. So, but during all that time, after Tegan Knox attacked Candice LeRae, Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Tony Storm. And Tony Storm says, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, I shouldn't be worrying about Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. I should be getting the shot. But then, Mackenzie Mitchell, well, you might have to wait on that because Saray wants a match with you. And so Tony Storm says, no, I'm not facing Saray. It seems like William Regal makes the final decisions there, Tony Storm. You may be the Mae Young Classic champion and a former NXT UK Women's Champion, but Tony, sweetheart, you got to face Saray. If Saray's not on your level, how do you know if you didn't even want to try? Come on now. I say give Saray a chance to see if she's really on your level or not. That's my suggestion, So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so Dexter Lumis came in and takes Indy Hartwell away. But they decided to miss out on Hit Row's NXT North American Championship Cypher celebration. I'll tell you what, Hit Row can really throw down bars when it comes to rapping. They are talented, especially B-Fab. And I'll tell you one thing, like again, I want to, and I tweeted this long ago, that Top Dollar and John Cena should do a battle rap. Top Dollar retweeted it. He quoted, "What do you think, John Cena?" I want to see that happen. I remember any member of the Hit Row versus John Cena in a battle rap. I would love to see that. Now, because I think and they should or collaborate with John Cena. You never know. John Cena can rap. Oof. That's just my opinion on that. So, Mackenzie Mitchell then interviewed Regal and Joe for tonight's event, and then they talk about the NXT Championship matchup. The NXT Championship matchup for next week. Karrion Kross, Johnny Gargano, and Samoa Joe says, well, as long as I'm not provoked, everything should be copacetic. I should tall it down the line. But if I'm not provoked, I should be good. So there's that. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, former Undisputed Era teammates, go one-on-one. It was a hard-fought matchup, but in the end, Adam Cole did pick up the victory. So that means Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are at 1 win apiece. So who will there be a rubber match down the road? We will find out for sure. So that is all the time we have here on the NXT Great American Bash Event Center. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed the video. Got any questions? Please leave the comments. Please, you can refer to the comments. I know Von Baskin always comments on my wrestling videos with some crazy idea he has in his head, and that's Von Baskin for you. But now things could be a possibility with the everybody going back on the road soon. In 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, I know this coming Friday will be the final SmackDown, because the SmackDown, the week after, SmackDown will be the first one to have crowds. So, and then you got Monday Night Raw following them. So next week it'll be the final Raw of the Thunderdome era, and this coming Friday will be the final SmackDown of the Thunderdome era. So we'll see what happens there. The CWC is already getting people back in, which is great. So you got that. Let's see. So what's coming up? You know, the Whalen State Festival is coming up. Thursdays, it starts in the afternoon. I usually go on Thursdays. But Friday and Saturday, it doesn't look promising with the rain coming in. But it's 50% chance and a 30% chance. I mean, it's a small chance. Because of Hurricane Elsa has been making her way up. So we probably could be affected by that, and that could be, unfortunately. It's already raining right now. So I'm hoping that hope the rain stays far away enough for us to at least enjoy it. I don't mind the clouds, but far away enough from us to enjoy the to enjoy the festivities at the Whalen State Festival. I personally can't wait. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Also, tomorrow will be Wild Whammy Wednesday. I'm going to call it Wild Whammy Wednesday because my friend Jordan Little has weekly Whammy Wednesday, but I'm going to call mine Whammies. Whammy's a Wild Wednesday or Wild Whammy Wednesday. So who knows for sure? It is going to be wild, that's for sure. Let's see. I guess that's it. As you know, Rant and Rave podcast is this coming Thursday at 6. I may be making a return there. I think making a return now. I was going to wait till after the Whalen State Festival to do so, but maybe because of I've got a lot on my mind as far as topics go. If they wanted to give me the floor to explain myself why I left for a little while, and I want to give you the opportunity to do so. I want folks to understand my side of why. I have nothing against Rant and Rave podcast or anything like that. Is that when the situations happen like towards the final couple weeks of the month of June, I decided, well, I'm going to stand back and observe everything before I make a real judgment call of whose side I want to take and all. But because everybody's back in speaking terms and all that, that made it easy for me to come back, and that could be number one. That's the number one reason why I wanted to come back, because everybody's now on speaking terms. Everybody's getting along, and I think the best part about it is people being real, and that's very important to me. So I think that would be great. Listen, I'm not the most perfect person in the universe. Hey, that's the way it is. So that is it for the NXT Great American Bash recap, episode 355 of the show, believe it or not. So that's it. So that's it. Until the next episode comes around, just tune in. Ring the bell, subscribe, and for notifications and whatnot. Like my videos, please like the videos as well. All right. Until then, until the next episode, I bid you adieu, good night, and bless out.